7 p.m. Wahome?
Right. Thank you very much, Jackie. And World Cup Eco KBC, a whole lot of activities that we are going to be taking you through from 1:30 p.m. There is this program, Dunda Qatar, and this is for the fan from us, and it's all about the banter and the communication. So you will be getting opportunities to come into our studios, have a conversation and give your thoughts on the teams playing on every day of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. At 3:30 p.m., we're going to be having a special program, and then the main analysis starts at 4 o'clock. The opening ceremony is going to start at 5:38 p.m. It's going to be about half an hour, and after that we get back into a conversation. And remember, from 10 minutes to 7 o'clock, it's all going to be from the Al Bayt Stadium as hosts Qatar play against Ecuador at the Al Bayt Stadium from 7 p.m. So our analyst this evening, Sami Mora, is going to host them. We're going to have Gregory Mulemi and Taiwo Atieno, who are going to be on set. Then this afternoon, we've got George Walker, Isaac Lemoka, and Jared Odendo on Dunda Qatar. But remember, Dan Wendo is going to be out there in the city of Nairobi, and also at what was known as Uchumi Hyperground on Ngong Road, where there is an activation and a public viewing that's sponsored by SportPesa, and also live commentary with George Walker coming in from that place on Radio Taifa. So lots of activities starting now for the next 8.5 hours or so, Jackie.
Oh, thank you so much, Daniel Wahome, with the update of the day's activity. And still on the same, more than 40,000 fans attended the opening of the FIFA Fan Festival that was officially opened at the Al Bayt Park. Meanwhile, France striker Karim Benzema is out of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar after he sustained a thigh injury in training. The FIFA World Cup matches will kick off tonight and will be live on KBC Channel 1 and all affiliate radio stations.
Benzema won the 2022 Ballon d'Or after helping Real Madrid win the Champions League and La Liga. The French national team said he had suffered a thigh problem and would not be able to feature in the tournament. Head coach Didier Deschamps has until Monday to name a replacement for the 34-year-old Benzema, who has scored 37 times in 97 matches for France. France is in Group D alongside Australia, Denmark and Tunisia. The World Cup starts today when host Qatar play Ecuador. Meanwhile, more than 40,000 fans attended the opening of the FIFA Fan Festival that was officially opened at the Al Bayt Park. The event included DJ sets, a firework display and a thrilling performance of the FIFA Fan Festival anthem. The FIFA Fan Festival will be open throughout the tournament and will show every FIFA World Cup match live on giant screens, host world-famous artists and feature a range of food and beverage options. The FIFA World Cup matches will kick off tonight and will be live on KBC Channel 1 and all affiliate radio stations.
And now it is indeed the D-Day. The wait is finally over as the World Cup 2022 opening match Qatar versus Ecuador will be broadcast live on KBC Channel 1 and all KBC radio stations. And now on that note, we shall be crossing over to Mombasa, where our reporter Ann Boro is on standby just to give us an update of the match anticipation with the residents ahead of the opening match.
Good afternoon to you too, Jacqueline Wambiru back at Broadcasting House, and you're coming live to you from Kingorani in Mombasa County. And as you all know, that World Cup Eco KBC, and today we start the matches with Qatar and Ecuador. Right now I'll be joined by residents of Mombasa, football fans, who are just going to tell me what they think of World Cup being in KBC. Yenye tunasema hashtag World Cup Eco KBC. And if at all, what matches will they be watching? Because we'll be having 28 matches coming live from Qatar and 64 matches that will be in our radio stations. The local radio stations will be airing the 64 matches that will be ongoing at Qatar. So right now I'll be joined by these residents who will just tell me what they think about the whole World Cup Eco KBC, na the teams that they wanashabikia waweze pia kunieleza haswa ni timu gani ambao wanashabikia. unashabikia na ni nini wangependa kutuambia juu sasa World Cup iko KBC. Naomba uanze tu na majina yako alafu utaangalia kamera pale. Utaanza na majina yako alafu utaniambia labda ni timu gani unashabikia, na ukikumbuka kwamba World Cup inaonyeshwa kwa station ya KBC peke yake, hakuna station nyingine inaweza kuonyesha mechi hizi.
Kwa mara ya kwanza kabisa mimi ni Daniel Mumanyi. Mimi ni mkaaji wa Mombasa, eneo bunge la Mvita. Mimi nashughulika na kazi ya ufundi wa mechanic, na kwanza kabisa mimi ni shabiki wa KBC.
Sasa kando anakuwa shabiki wa KBC ambapo anashukuru, nataka sasa tuongelee juu ya World Cup iko KBC. Labda ni timu gani unashabikia?
Okay, kwa sisi hiyo ni added advantage kwetu kama wana KBC. Jambo la kwanza ni kwa mimi ni shabiki wa Brazil, nchi ya Brazil. Na kwa upande wa Afrika mimi ni shabiki wa timu ya Senegal.
Kwa nini unashabikia Brazil na Senegal?
Okay, unajua kila mtu ako na test yake, na katika football mimi at one point nilikuwa footballer, na kuna watu walinimotivate kutoka Brazil na pia kutoka Senegal, so that's why nimeshikilia hizo timu mbili all the way to World Cup. So kwa sasa mimi kile ningehimiza wa Kenya ni kwamba ndio tunaenda kuiona mpira katika runinga ya KBC, lakini jambo la kwanza ni ile hali ya insecurity katika nchi hii. Mimi ningehimiza wananchi, hii channel yetu ya KBC sisi hatulipishwi. Katika decoder yangu iko free, na nadhani kwenye nyumba zote iko free. Hebu some of us tukae katika nyumba, tuangalie kwanza surroundings. Kama insecurity unaona ni threat kwa maisha yenu, tafadhali ona, hebu watch katika nyumba yako ama kwa jirani tu, usiende mbali sana na unakoishi, kwa sababu hali ilivyo kwa sasa tunaelewa kama wana Kenya kuna hali ya usalama sio mzuri sana, ingawa inarekebishwa na serikali yetu, lakini ndio wanaifix. Kwa hivyo tafadhali to watch World Cup kwa KBC. Hiyo ni added advantage. Kama mimi shabiki kwa KBC, najua mtakuja sasa, mmekuja na mtabaki humo kwenye KBC. Nashukuru sana.
Asante sana. Mwingine labda utaniambia ni timu gani unashabikia bwana, na kwa nini unashabikia timu hiyo? Mimi nitakushikia, angalia tu pale.
Mimi timu yangu ni Germany.
Kwa nini unashabikia Germany?
Nampenda sana kwa sababu vile anacheza.
Kando na Germany, timu gani ya Afrika unashabikia?
Senegal.
Kwa nini Senegal?
Senegal pia inacheza vizuri, ndio maana nampenda Senegal.
Okay, Wambiru, those are some of the reactions that you're getting from the Mombasa residents as they wait for the World Cup. Iko KBC today, the first match having to play is Qatar and Ecuador. Back to you at Broadcasting House, Wambiru.
Well, that was Ann Mboro with sentiments from residents in Mombasa County ahead of the World Cup 2022 opening match, which is Qatar versus Ecuador, which will kick off at 7 p.m. and will be broadcast live on KBC Channel 1 and all KBC radio stations. World Cup, Eco KBC. And now in other news, 3 people have been confirmed dead and several others injured after a school bus they were traveling in veered off the road, rolling several times in Wundanyi, Mwatate Road, Taita Taveta County. The bus belonging to Memon School in Mombasa was transporting teachers and members of the staff from a funeral of a colleague in Kidaya area of Wundanyi. The exact number of people who were in the bus is yet to be established, with the investigations on the cause of the accident commenced. Residents of Gadanje village in Sosiana ward, Laikipia County, are mourning the death of one of their own who succumbed to injuries while being treated in hospital. 45-year-old Joseph Nganga is said to have been pierced with a spear in an attack by suspected illegal grazers on Thursday evening. 4 more people were injured during the attack. Nganga passed on at the Nyahururu County and Referral Hospital. Laikipia County Senator John Kenywa has acknowledged that cases of illegal grazers attacking residents are on the rise in the area, calling on the national government to intervene.
Naishi kwa shamba yangu ambaye nilichukua pesa yangu nikanunua naye, lakini kwa hiyo shamba sikai na amani. Usiku mchana hakuna amani, kwa sababu mchana unapambana na kuchunga ng'ombe shamba yako isikuje kulishwa. Usiku uko na wasiwasi usikuje kukutwa mifugo ya mali yako ikienda. Sasa tunashindwa, hii ni dunia gani tuko? ndio una haki ya kuishi Laikipia ikiwa uko na shamba lako wapi? Hapa. Lakini ikiwa unakuja kunyemelea mashamba ya wenyewe, we rudi mpaka mahali utaenda kutafuta mahali ya kuchunga mali yako.
Kile sisi tungependa hapa ni askari wa NPR. Na tunataka askari wa NPR 400 ndio aweze kukabiliana na hawa wafugaji haramu wamekuwa wakija kwa mashamba yetu. Na wafugaji haramu si kabila, hatutakubali kamwe wawe wakija hapa kwetu kutusumbua, kwa sababu sisi huwa hatutembei mahali popote kuhangaisha mtu yote. Sisi ni watu ambao tunajifanyia kazi yetu.
A section of land buying companies have urged the government through the Ministry of Land and Planning to form an ad hoc committee to investigate and eliminate unscrupulous land brokers in the market. Speaking while handing over title deeds to shareholders, Eden Park Director Joseph Njoroge called on the government to formulate policies that will bar unregistered land buying companies from fleecing gullible Kenyans.
Owners of land buying companies now want the government to set up a body to streamline the sector and get rid of unscrupulous brokers. Speaking while handing over 1,700 title deeds to land buyers, Eden Park Director Joseph Njoroge said unregistered land buying companies have been duping Kenyans. He said the body should be able to vet genuine land buying companies and keep track on them and the activities to also protect investors in the sector.
Huyu minister wetu ambao waziri mpya tumepewa wa mashamba, aite mtu anauza mashamba, kila mtu awekelee title zake kwa shamba na aonyeshane ni shamba gani inauzwa, kwa sababu tukifanya hivyo tutazuia watu kunyang'anywa kwa njia ya mashamba.
Njoroge also urged the Lands Ministry to allow lands boards to increase their sittings to fast-track the issuance of title deeds.
Tutakuwa tumezuia kabisa, kwa sababu hawa watu wanakuja wanachukua title, wanaandika jina na ni title fake, alafu wanaanza kuonyesha watu mashamba ya watu wengine, wanawauzia, wanachukua pesa yao, wanafunga ofisi, wanapotea. Serikali itusaidie sana sisi wauzaji wa mashamba.
Ishoke Washira, Lunchtime News.
Manyata Member of Parliament Gitonga Mukunji is lobbying for introduction of farming in schools within the region to augment implementation of the school feeding program. Mukunji says many schools are endowed with huge chunks of land, majority of which is idle or underutilized and could be used for growing food crops to be consumed within the school. The lawmaker said farming within learning institutions will also greatly reduce the cost of purchasing food in the market. He spoke during the commissioning of a modern block at Iveche Primary School built at the cost of 3 million shillings.
Tutaanzisha feeding program ya shule zetu, na hii program tunaianzisha pamoja na walimu pamoja na serikali na other stakeholders. Pia tumepitisha mswada katika bunge wa kuleta maneno ya kusema serikali yenyewe ikuwe committed kuleta chakula katika mashule. Tunafanya partnership, tuanze kufanya ukulima shule, na nimeangalia average shamba za mashule mingi Manyata, hakuna shule haina 5 acres. Sasa hao wakiletewa seedlings, waletewe fertilizer na waonyeshwe jinsi ya smart farming, najua watakuwa wanaleta chakula mingi sana kwa ile feeding program.
And on that note, we shall be taking a short break. But before we take that break, let us know on our social media handle at KBC Channel 1 which team you're supporting. Remember, the first match, which is Qatar versus Ecuador, will be broadcast live on KBC Channel 1 and all KBC radio stations. World Cup Eco KBC. Let's take the break.
There are days when you think, oh, leo na deserve, so order a Glovo. Days when plans inachelewa. What if you order a Glovo? Or days when you can't control everything. or yes? Because on Glovo, you can order anything you want. Glovo, you order, we get it.
The FIFA World Cup 2022 is finally here. KBC, in partnership with SportPesa, is inviting you for a free Soka Mtaani public viewing experience for the grand opening live match between Qatar and Ecuador. Together with your friends and family, join us at the Uchumi Hyper Parking Grounds along Gong Road. This Sunday, 20th November from 4 p.m. Indeed, World Cup, Iko KBC.
Nairu ukwe maskini lakini ukwe mzima. Ukiwa na health nzuri, shukuru Mungu.
Some of them don't even understand the kind of sickness that they are suffering from. But thank you because through Mama here, we have seen the hand of God.
Nashukuru, nilitibiwa, sasa naendelea kupona.
Lakini mlisupport, nikaweza kupona, sasa niko na raha. Mungu awabariki.
Nilikava kabisa, niko na furaha sana.
The only show that is transforming lives. Mungu akubariki na Mungu akuzidishie.
Hayawi huwa kinyang'anyiro cha kombe la dunia nchini Qatar cha wananga Novemba 20 hadi Disemba 18, huku timu 32 zikiwania taji. KBC Channel 1 inakupa fursa ya kutizama mbashara kipute hicho kutoka Qatar nyumbani kwako. Runinga ya KBC Channel 1 inakukaribisha kwenye kipindi cha Dunda Dunda Qatar.
Nakwambia kwamba baba, alama ya reli ni Dunda Dunda Qatar. Na tunakuja nyumbani pale mtaani pale ambapo upo wewe mwenyewe.
Huku ukijishidia zawadi chungu nzima.
Hapa kumejaa vitu kocho kocho.
Jongea. Shabiki kwenye Dunda Dunda Qatar.
Ukitazama unashinda.
KBC Channel 1, wenzio wa dhati michezoni.
And welcome back. And now, as we proceed, long-distance drivers will be monitored all the way from Mombasa to Malaba, courtesy of video technology to track movement aimed at curbing road carnage in the country. At the launch of the live CCTV monitoring of trucks and bus drivers that ply long-distance routes in Mombasa, the director of Pioneer Road Safety Consultants, Habel Okema, noted that most accidents are caused by human error, which can easily be managed through surveillance of movement. The CCTVs will be installed in all the 15 rest stations that have been built by PRSK across the country. National Transport and Safety Authority Coast Regional Manager Evan Nyawira challenged other private entities to join the government's initiative of saving lives on the road.
Focus is just to make sure that drivers' lives are safe. It makes it a difference when a driver leaves their home safe and gets back safe to their family. So what we do for our over 75 transporters is to take charge of the driver's journey management, including the driver's wellness programs, including the driver's best practices on the road at all checkpoints.
There are two issues that go together, safety and security. So when we talk about the security of the drivers on our roads, is that we have agencies. We have the police checks. We have the Northern Corridor who are patrolling the corridor. We have the highway patrol team that is patrolling the corridor, and this is also a call to the National Police Service to beef up security in those high-risk areas. And this way we'll be able to curb those insecurities and also ensure that our drivers feel comfortable when they are driving, either during the day and during the night. Also, we can also call on our drivers that they don't pick anybody along the way if they don't know them.
In other news, a row pitting management of a school in Thika West constituency in Kiambu County and a group of local youths over a playground is threatening to thwart efforts to rehabilitate them from crime alcohol and drug abuse. Over 200 youths from Athena village, which borders Kandutu slums, have been using the playfield at Athena Primary School for sporting activities with the help of well-wishers. They formed a football club known as Athena Kings FC, which has advanced from sub-county level to FKF National Division 2 League. However, team coach Paul Onyango says survival of the club hangs in the balance due to the ongoing tiff.
Shida kidogo na bodi ya shule juu kuna order ilikuja hapa, tunaambiwa kwamba tutafai kutrain kwa shule, but hatujapatiwa reason mzuri ya kufanya tuzitrain, but si hatujui kwa nini. Since tumekuwa watoto, hata mimi nilikuwa tu nimelelewa tu hapa Athena, tumekuwa watoto hapa, tumelelewa hapa tukicheza mpira hapa, hatujai kuwa tunaishi yote ya uwanja. So hatujui kwa nini saizi imekuwa tunakaziwa kuingia kwa ground. Baki imefikia mahali tumepelekwa mpaka kwa administration ya polisi, ati tukikanyaga hapa tunaweza shikwa.
Ni vibaya sana. Wazaliwa, wenyeji, watoto, hata ukitoka hapa uwezi enda piga hatua ya mita hata 50 mtu amefika kwao nyumbani. Mnataka kuwafurusha ndio watu wengine wakuje watengeneze pesa kweli kutoka kwa ground. Watu wamekuwa wakifanyia zoezi. Watu wamegrow from hapa. Wengine wamesomea hapa. Ombi letu ni moja tu. Kuna governor wa hii county.
Now, health stakeholders in Kilifi County have called on area residents to adopt modern toilets and shun open defecation. The stakeholders said ridding the county of open defecation would eradicate outbreaks of communicable diseases such as cholera and bilharzia.
The Director of Health in the County Government of Kilifi, Dr. Hassan Leili, says toilet coverage in the county is at 86%, with Rabai sub-county having already been declared free of open defecation.
Kupitia hata kama kuna uhaba maji, vyoo tunatumia hizi teknolojia ya TP taps, pia tunatumia hizi vifaa vya sato taps ambavyo havitumii maji nyingi kuosha mikono. So katika siku hii tunahamasisha wananchi umuhimu wa kutumia vyoo, kuweka vyoo visafi, na vile vile pia mahali kuweka maji kwa pinakisho pako pasafi. Vile vile pia tunawaambia kuhusu water treatment, maji ambayo wanaweka wanayatibu ili kuhakikisha maji yanakuwa masafi, yanaua virusi ama viini vyote ambavyo vinasababisha magonjwa haya.
Dr. Hassan urged more residents to construct toilets to make the entire county free of open defecation.
Katika serikali ya county sasa tunaanza awamu hii ya 5, tunatengeza county investment development plan ambazo tunatakisha kuweka investment ya kuhakikisha vyoo vimeongezeka. Vile vile pia kuhamasisha wananchi umuhimu pia kutumia choo katika sehemu hizi za umma ambazo ziko vyoo viko.
He said out of the 2051 villages in the county, 563 were open defecation free, adding that Ganze and Magarini sub-county were lagging behind in toilet coverage at 67% and 58% respectively.
And on the sports arena, coast-based youngster Fidel Wasike carded 45 stable Ford points to emerge the overall winner of the Kenya Ports Authority Corporate Golf Tournament that closed its curtain after the fourth and final circuit of the tourney played at the Para 71 Nyali Golf and Country Club course in Mombasa County. A total of 252 golfers from the home club and across the country attended the 18 holes stable Ford tournament.
The 15-year-old Wasike of Mombasa Braeburn International School, playing over handicap 27, carded 45 stable Ford points to claim his second title this year after the recent 2022 Kenya Association of Hotel Keepers and Caterers tournament played at the same venue.
My teammates helped me through, and they encouraged me, and that's what I believe won me the tournament.
Michael Karaoke, playing over handicap 23, was the main winner on 43 points, while handicap 9, Migdad Walji, was the runner-up on a count-back score of 42 points after tying on the same points with third-place handicap 26, Dr. Atul Shah. The lady winner was handicap 26, Jane Gidhere, with a score of 41 points, beating handicap 17, Christine Okoch, to the runner-up slot with a 2 points difference. Ijaz Sheikh, playing of handicap 24, brought 41 points to win the senior prize, while Alicia Jamal scooped the junior prize after carding 36 points. The staff prize was won by handicap 20, Jafeth Obonyo, with 44 points, while handicap 15, Terry Odo, settled for the runner-up slot with 38 points, and Emmanuel Wambua, playing of handicap 13, carded a count-bar score of 37 points to win the guest prize. 252 golfers from the home club and across the country attended the 18-hole Stableford tournament.
And the development of cricket in the country is highly dependent on the efforts that will be made by Cricket Kenya to spread the game to the rest of the world. Former Sports Cabinet Minister Najib Balala has rallied Cricket Kenya to collaborate with key partners to hasten its attempt of tapping talent at the grassroots.
Balala, who served as sports cabinet secretary when the national cricket team achieved its famous feat of reaching the 2003 Cricket World Cup semi-final, said efforts to spread the game to the rest of the country should be supported.
When I came in as a new minister for sports, I was a young man. And then we had the international cricket event, World Cup, which was done partially with South Africa and Kenya, and I was involved in getting that taking off in February 2003. And yes, that's how Kennedy, I met him, and this is a sport that can go across communities.
Former national team wicketkeeper and current Kenya cricket development representative Kennedy Obuya, who was also part of the 2003 squad, lauded the efforts being undertaken by a section of stakeholders to lift the game.
We are about 50 million Kenyans, and it will mean a lot for cricket to be spread in all the 47 countries. When Najib was the minister, with cricket was only based between Nairobi, Mombasa and Nakuru. Would love it to go into all 47 countries, and that's why we are saying very clearly that this sponsorship means a lot, and it will make the kids get involved more, and we try to spread the game into all 47 countries.
Cricket Kenya is set to conduct a coaches and players training in a total of 23 counties, with the program set to be rolled out in Makueni, Murang'a, Siaya and Kiambu counties in coming months.
And in other news, detectives in Homa Bay County, acting on a tip-off, have unearthed a drug theft syndicate behind the disappearance of medicine from public hospitals. During the night operation, the security officers found 145 boxes of drugs hidden in a rental house within Kodi Kopani area. 3 suspects were arrested and are being detained at Kopani police station as the police pursue the owner of the rental house. According to Homa Bay County Acting Health Chief Officer Kevin Osuri, the drugs bought by the county government were to be distributed to different health facilities.
The total consignment of drugs that we got from meds that we bought in this batch is worth 20 million shillings. And the police have been very helpful to us. You can see the DCI have swarmed the place. We have so far initially counted at least 145 cartons, and much more still being offloaded. So we estimate that they could be in the neighborhoods of more than 200 cartons.
Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin this afternoon. But before we come to a close, let's take a look at some of the comments coming in, or some of the teams most of you are supporting tonight. And We say that Anthony Kioko from Kiambu says he is supporting Qatar. Rose Wasike says she is supporting Qatar. Dennis Mugaka says he is supporting England, while Collins Ongeleng says he will be supporting Brazil and Senegal in the World Cup. And someone else has been asking if we shall be airing the opening ceremony. Yes, we shall be airing the opening ceremony. Remember, it's just a few hours to the kickoff of the World Cup 2022, and that will be aired live, in on KBC Channel 1 and its radio stations. And World Cup build-up coming up, and that brings us to a close this afternoon. My name is Jackie Wambiru, and our sign language interpreter is Byron Abuli. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Hayawi